everyone, I'm Captain Logan, and today I thought I would do a little DVD Blu-ray update on my superhero and comic book movie collection. A couple months ago, I did a rundown of my whole collection and just kind of cherry-picked things and showed off some things I hadn't shown off before. It had been a lot of years since I had shown the collection, and it's grown by leaps and bounds. If you're unfamiliar with what I do, not only am I trying to review every superhero movie ever made, but I'm also collecting them. And not just movies, also television shows. I collect everything that is released on DVD or Blu-ray that is based on a comic book or is a superhero property in any way, shape, or form. It is sometimes difficult to decide where to draw the line, what counts as a superhero or doesn't, but if it's a person wearing a costume beating up on the bad guys, I will end up getting it at some point. As I've said before, I don't feel the need to collect every version of a thing. Sometimes I'll get a new edition when there's new special features that I've really got to have, or when there's a really cool collector's thing that I find that I get for a good deal, and then I'll, usually I'll give my old DVDs away as a gift, or I'll sell them, and I've picked up a couple collector's editions here and there. So anyway, I'm going to do this every so often, kind of show you the most recent things. People are curious sometimes, ask me what I've added to the collection recently, and this will let you know about things that maybe you didn't know existed. I end up with some really obscure stuff sometimes. Sometimes maybe I'll find releases that you didn't find, and by and large, I'll try to help you. I'll try to tell you where I got things so that you know where certain editions are if you're interested. Let's go ahead and get into the more recent and major stuff. So here's my copies of X-Men Apocalypse and Captain America Civil War. I haven't looked at these yet. They're still in the shrink wrap, both of them. And you'll see that with a lot of this stuff. These won't be reviews, by the way. Some of these things I've never seen before. Obviously, these I have and have done spoiler cast. But some of the stuff here will be things I've never seen before, but I just thought I'd show you what I got and what I'm adding to the collection, and maybe you'll see reviews down the road. This will, and obviously for the movies, all these things will eventually be reviewed, hopefully, if there's enough time before I'm a dead person, to review on Superhero Rewind. But you might see the TV shows and obscure things here and there that you're interested in seeing reviews for, and if so, feel free to leave comments and let me know. But anyway, so Captain America Civil War, I got silly and I bought the 3D Blu-ray edition. I have never done this before. I can't see 3D the way my eyes work. I'm incapable of looking at it, so I don't usually buy those, and I don't know very many people who do, really. I'm assuming you have to have the right TV. I'm trying to remember. I think there's like 3D TVs and stuff, or if you can do it with the glass. I don't even know how that works, because it's not a thing that I felt the need to look into. But I only bought it for this, and of course, it's not like you can only look at the 3D version. There's the regular Blu-ray also, and the digital. I really wish that Marvel would go back to having the Blu-ray DVD combos. I miss those. Fox still does them with the X-Men movies, which is great. This one's got the DVD in it, but Marvel stopped doing it quite a while back, and so that makes it difficult when I get Blu-rays and I don't get the DVDs to do Rewind, because I got this might be too much inside baseball, I got a Blu-ray player that I installed in my computer, and I can't find software that will play it properly, and so I still can't take my screenshots for Rewind from Blu-rays, so that messes me up sometimes when I have, and now I usually try to get the DVDs because of that. But then the problem with Marvel stuff is I don't get all the special features, and I want to have those. So anyway, I digress. The reason I bought this is because I like the box art better. I thought the box art for the normal release was kind of lame, and it's similar to this, where it's got the two teams facing off, except it doesn't have all the characters in the background, and I just like this box art better. So that probably makes me sound like a total nerd, but I like this better. I thought I was really surprised by how lackluster I thought that release looked, and when I saw this, I went, I'll pay the extra $5. So I did. Other more recent things. Here is the DC Superhero Girls Hero of the Year movie. I predicted a long time ago that when these action figures came out, these this superhero girl line, that and they started doing comics, that they would probably use that as an excuse to also have movies, and they are doing that. I thought the Free Comic Book Day comic was actually kind of funny and surprisingly witty. So there might be some potential here. I don't know. I don't know if this is a thing that all ages will be able to enjoy, or if this is going to be a straight, straight up kids thing, and even a straight up, you've got to be a girl because it's just for girls. I don't know. I'll see when I finally sit down and watch this, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. The Lego Justice League movies have very much been for kids and adults. I don't think a lot of adults are even noticing these, and it's not on anybody's radar. And I've talked about these some. It ought to be, because they're really clever, and there's a lot of wonderful references if you really know your comics. This one is certainly not the best of them. I think the second one is just fantastic and has some really great social commentary, and is one of the better superhero parody things I've seen in a long time. Tackles modern cynicism in the funniest way I've ever seen. It's really great. But I did enjoy this one. It's got the problem that I did watch this one. It's got the problem that I've been complaining with these about, and I kind of thought maybe with the premise of this, it wouldn't have this so much, but it does, which is just too much Batman. These, like a lot of DC things, are hinging really hard on Batman's popularity and not bringing the other characters enough to the forefront. This has two subplots going on. Batman is off supposedly on vacation, but actually dealing with old mentors who trained him at one time, and he leaves Gotham City to the rest of the Justice League, and we occasionally go back there and see them kind of getting their butts handed to them by the Arkham inmates. And there's not enough of the Justice League stuff, and it's not thick enough, so it's kind of just another Batman movie, but the Deathstroke stuff is hilarious, and I would recommend it, if nothing else, for the stroke death joke, and I won't say anything else, but it's really funny. Oh, 1 second. I just realized that there's another thing I got that I did not put in this stack. Here is the Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows Collector's Edition. This is a lunchbox. It comes in a Tortuga truck lunchbox, and it also comes with, I don't have them here because Jason's been playing with them, my 6-year-old, but it also comes with reversible Ninja Turtle masks, so you'll never see all four of them, of the turtles, at the same time with these masks, because I think red and orange are on one side, and the other two are in one. The other two are in the other one. But anyway, so here's what the release looks like. This is a really cool, as much of a fan of these as I'm not, this was a really cool release. You got the, Out of the Shadows, which is a Blu-ray and DVD combo, which I always appreciate. It also comes with the first one, which I didn't even know when I bought it. I think that's really cool. And then it's got this kind of cool insert thing, just to pad it out so that these aren't rustling around in there. And you might notice the Foot Stinks disc decal that's inside that picture, which I thought was a really cool touch. That's on the outside of the original 87 Turtle van, the Party Wagon. Remember that from when I was a kid. I thought it was really cool that was in here. But yeah, I thought this was a really neat set. And that is now 2 different Turtle vans that I have on my superhero movie shelf, because I also have the 87 one that has the entire series for that show. Anyway, okay, other stuff that I got recently. One of our subscribers sent me a couple of movies and then an entire TV show, which was really nice of him. So here is Blank Man, which I've been meaning to get for the longest time and review, and here is Meteor Man. So he was really cool to send me both of those things. And we also got the entire collection of Superboy, show that I have never watched, and I've had this for about a week, and I've been meaning to sit down and watch it, but Eric and I were talking about looking at the pilot together, so I've been waiting for him, so he and I both been busy with our own separate things, so anyway, I haven't gotten to that yet, but all 4 seasons of that, which is really super cool, and I'm glad that I finally own that. Alright, today, the rest of this is kind of in no particular order, today I picked up the Spectacular Spider-Man Complete Series. I didn't know that it had been released this way. I found this at Walmart. It's the only place I've seen it. This was $25, which I thought was a fantastic deal. And it is both seasons all finally in one box. For the longest time, like a lot of other cartoons, Spectacular Spider-Man was released in separate volumes, separating out the seasons, and then it got released by season, but now you can get it all at once like this, which is great. And it doesn't look like there are any special features at all, which is unfortunate. I don't know if the other sets have special features, and if there is a really good featurette on either of those, I might have to at some point double dip and get those too. If you know, let me know. All right. This one's interesting. New Adventures of Batman. This was the cartoon show from, I think, the late 70s. I think like 78, around there. And this is Adam West and Burt Ward. And Eric and I watched a couple of these. I remember this from when I was a kid. This is not a great show or anything, but it is, unless you're a completist like me and you just have to have everything that existed, this is worth getting for the featurette, which is called Retrospective Featurette, The Dark Knight Revisited. I didn't expect it to actually be about the series, and it is, and I was really surprised by that. It's about the way the 60s show influenced the culture and how it affected people's perceptions of Batman and how that led to this show. And it doesn't pretend like the show is really important or anything. Well, there are a couple of sound bites from a couple people, including Denny O'Neil, where you can tell that they're talking about the 60s show, but it's put in such a way where it sounds like they're acting like this is important. So I guess in that way it does for a second, which is hilarious. But there's actually some stuff about Filmation and Hanna-Barbera, and I think it was those two companies that had the rights to Batman and Robin. And it talks about how there was a time where this was on and Super Friends were on simultaneously. So you had 2 different networks who both had rights to Batman things, which was really unheard of and had not happened. And it talks about why certain voices are used at certain times for the different shows and stuff. It's really interesting. I also got 2 of the 3 seasons of Batman Brave and the Bold, 1 and 3. As far as I can tell, Volume 2, or rather Season 2, is split up into 2 volumes and has not been released this way. I don't know why, and I haven't looked this up, honestly. That's just how I've seen it everywhere. So I've been kind of holding out to try to find the Season 2 complete box set. I should have looked that up on Amazon before I started recording this. But anyway, so that's why I only bought these 2 volumes. And if it turns out that you can only get that in 2 separate sets, then I'll go ahead and do that also. Here's another recent thing. This is Batman Unlimited Mechs vs. Mutants. This is, I think, the 3rd of these kind of kiddie Batman movies, and I haven't watched these, so I have no idea what they're like. Like the Superhero Girls one, this is based on a toy line, and it's based on a really goofy-looking toy line. It's really strange to try to turn that into animation, I think. I think Superhero Girls looks better as a thing that you would put on, that you would make a movie out of. But anyway, this one features, it looks like Bane and Clayface and Mr. Freeze and the Penguin. Their Bane looks pretty cool. He's closer to comic book Bane than you see in animation a lot. I don't know if you can see that. He's super big and bulky, and has kind of a mix between a Dark Knight Rises Bane mask and a Luchador mask. That's weird. But anyway, I don't know what these are like. I haven't watched them yet. I'm just I'm just stacking them up. I will eventually get to them. Here is the Superpowers Team Galactic Guardians, one of the many, many, many superhero or Super Friends releases. I only have a couple of these so far. That's going to take a while. There's a bunch of those. Here is the 2000s Fantastic Four cartoon series, which Eric and I watched the pilot of and liked a lot. This is really interesting. I like the animation a lot. I thought the dialogue was surprisingly clever, and the storytelling's really good. This might be a hidden gem. I had never heard anybody talk about that. I got seasons 2 and 3 of Arrow because I got them really, really super cheap. I realize that all of the CW stuff right now is on Netflix, and I can watch it there if I need to watch it. But like I said, I'm a collector. I'm collecting everything superhero and comic book on DVD or Blu-ray, so I got to get these eventually, and I also want them, of course, for special features. I wish we did more with that. I wish there were more commentaries and things. I don't think these have commentary. Okay, two key commentaries. That's what we've been doing for a long time since Smallville, but we used to do more of them, and I wish we still did that. But anyway, so I'm getting these on the cheap when I find them, since they're readily available to stream and watch right now. Finally got me some Space Ghost Coast to Coast. If you know me very well, you may know about my weird interest, maybe bordering on obsession, with the Cartoon Network Space Ghost and especially Brak stuff. Although I'm not a big fan of the Brak show, but I loved Cartoon Planet growing up. And Space Ghost Coast to Coast, I watched intermittently, the random episodes here and there, and some of that awkward, like, sit there and stare at the wall humor, and some of the, like, really super absurd and random, just like totally non sequitur humor didn't always jive with me, but some of it does. It's really hit and miss. I like Cartoon Planet more than I like these, but it's starting to grow on me more than it ever did before as I'm watching through it. Eric and I have been watching this. We watched the first disc, and the Weird Al episode and the Adam West episode are both on here. Coast to Coast was kind of a parody of talk shows, and they actually had celebrities on, being really random and silly, and sometimes what you see is obviously hobbled together, where you get Space Ghost saying a thing and then a guest saying a thing completely out of context of whatever they were actually talking about when they did the interview. I got the Spider-Man MTV series, which is not very good. I watched about half of it when it was on and didn't care for it at all. It's weird, though, because the animation gets, like, significantly better as it goes along. You can tell that they were rushing it real hard at the beginning. There's, like, hardly any cars or people on the streets, and then it starts getting a little bit more fleshed out and complex, a little bit more with the textures as it moves along, but I'll at some point do something on this, probably a rewind overview thing. I had never heard of this. This is weird. This is called Super Guy, Behind the Cape. Vince gave me this. This is a mockumentary about superheroes that whoever they got to put a quote from something called the Winston-Salem Journal compares this in his review to Spinal Tap. This could be really funny, or this could be the worst thing ever. I have no idea. I will watch it at some point. Here is... I was going to say Super Friends. This is not another Super Friends thing. Here are the Filmation adventures of DC superheroes. Let's see. One of these is... Are these specific characters, or... No, this one is... Okay, this one is Aquaman, Hawkman, and Superman, and this one is the Atom, Flash, and Green Lantern, and these are the 60s Filmation cartoons. Okay, this is weird. This is the thing Eric's been talking to me about forever, that he saw on VHS when he was a kid, and there are apparently a few movies of this character. Because it's a superhero thing, I had to get it. I finally found one. He said he has never seen this on DVD. I found a Bible Man Adventure DVD. Yeah, Bible Man. So if this counts as a movie, there will be a rewind that probably 12 people will watch. Finally got a copy of Turtles Forever. Hate this box. I was holding out for a long time, hoping they would do, with the popularity recently, the new surge of popularity for Turtles, with the current TV show, and 2014 did okay. I really was hoping that we would get a new release that would have the 87 Turtles on the box with the 2003 Turtles. If you're not familiar, this is the movie where universes cross, and we have a crossover with the original cartoon and the 03 cartoon. We apparently just did that with the 87 cartoon and the current 3D animated cartoon, and I have not watched that or heard anyone say anything about it. I'll have to go look into that. I like that show, I just haven't watched past the first season. But anyway, I went ahead and finally grabbed this because I don't think we'll ever see another release of it. When I did the rewind, somebody had put a pretty good transfer on YouTube, so I just watched it that way. But now I have a copy. We're going to do a commentary on that in the not-too-distant future. And finally, what is this? The third season of Superman the Animated Series. I'm now just missing the first, and I will pick that up eventually. And that is it for me today. All the stuff that I recently have added to the superhero movie and box set collection. I'm going to have to rearrange some things because I'm out of space. And so, down the road, I will probably do another little overview and show you what the collection looks like, and I will, when I pick up a few things, especially if I have anything to say about certain releases, I will do another of these little update videos and just show you what I'm picking up. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm Captain Logan. I'll see you again next time.